today to tell you all a true story and why it's very important to pay attention to your intuition. 3 years ago, I got involved with this guy. And when I got involved with this guy, life just turned from all right to worse. This guy was on drugs. His family, they was in witchcraft. It was just a lot going on, and I decided I didn't want that relationship, so I got up out of it. And why did I do that? They tried to make my life a living hell. They came up to my job, They came up to my house. I mean, they actually sent a SUV, black SUV, to my apartment. Thought I was fool enough to leave up at my apartment. And I was looking through the window with my door, and I was like, I told them they better get up from off of our porch. They left, but they made my life just living here. I couldn't even go to work. At that time, I had to go to work like 4 in the morning. I couldn't even go to work like I was supposed to go to work because they had somebody, the school was like right across the street from me. And they had somebody watching me. I couldn't even go to work. I'm telling you, it was just horrible. Just because I chose to not pursue the relationship. That's not my lifestyle. See, when I got in this relationship, I had already, been hurt in the past, and I was celibate. So I decided to break my celibacy with this person, and that was the worst thing you can ever do. And like I say, as I did these things, and I tried to talk, and my life and the family of my life, because I didn't like his lifestyle. I didn't like the way he was living. I was like, he was, you were bringing drugs in my car. So I was like, I kept on telling him that, hey, this is not my lifestyle. You're gonna stop this, or we need to go our separate ways. And he kept on lying to me, gonna get it together and all this and that. But then he kept on doing, he did it again. And I had aunties, and his auntie just constantly trying to make me stick with this guy. It's like, I don't know what was wrong with these people. They just try to make me stick to something I didn't want. And just because I did not want him, and I left the relationship and I said I didn't want it anymore, they just decided to make my life a living hell after that. That's when I started having problems. They coming into my job. Here me go trying to go to my job 4 o'clock in the morning, 3, 4 in the morning. They drive in the driveway, out there in the parking lot. It was just terrible. Yeah, I might, stumble a little bit of my words, but I just got to get this all out. Just be with me, bear with me. I want to tell you, because I want to help someone that been in situations like this and don't know what to do. So as they continue on trying to, when I decided I didn't want the relationship no more, and I decided to go into my life, that's when all kinds of things, because I heard about, witchcraft and dark magic and all that stuff, but I never really experienced it. And then, they had, things I never experienced, like, feeling evil presences coming in my home. My children could not sleep. Even the tree that I used to go on to just, sit on it and, read a book or listen to my music, it had a whole lot of, I ain't never experienced a whole lot of hawks. It was, the whole tree was just, it was making all kinds of noise. I'm like, Lord, what is going on? I was in there every time I tried to sleep. I felt the presence of evil in my home. It just was like, it's unexplainable. And a lot of people don't understand it, but like, they don't believe this stuff, but this stuff is truly real. It is real. these people, they try to make me sick. They did. I had my son. My son, all of a sudden, out of the blue, was going to the hospital like 2-3 times a week. 3 times a week, sick, and we didn't know what was going on. My daughter, she was just around there, couldn't sleep. She was having nightmares, waking up in the middle of the night. Every time I tried to sleep, I had to pray. I had to pray constantly. I couldn't really get any sleep. I had to pray constantly and pray constantly. But you see, this thing is, when God warned you, you better pay attention to that warning. See, when I had started talking with this guy early on and in a relationship, God allowed him to show his true self. He just went completely off on me and, talking to me disrespectful, calling me all kinds of names, just acting like a demon just right there in my presence. I mean, just evil. And then I didn't pay attention to that warning. I called my son. I was like, what's this guy acting like this? And my son was like, Mom, leave him. Let's go, leave him. So I left, and I ain't have nothing to do with it. I was like, you know what? I'm through. I'm not gonna deal with this kind of relationship anymore. And I did just that. Then he called me back, and hear me go fed into it again. See, at that time they was doing love spells and sex rituals. They was doing all that kind of stuff. You don't understand unless you feel it and you went through it. They was trying to make me commit suicide. I mean, it was just so bad. And all I had to do is pay attention to the Lord. The Lord kept on showing me the warning signs, like, here you go with drugs, bringing drugs in my car. I don't deal with no drug dealer. I never dealt with a drug dealer. Dealing with drugs in my car, bringing drugs in my car, taking my car, leaving, and I'm like he gone for long hours and stuff, and I'm like, what's going on, taking my car, and I'm like, It was just weird, y'all. It was so weird. It was just unbearable. I mean, I'm trying to get through everything that I went through. It was so much. I'm going to just cram as much as I can in this video. And if y'all want to know more, I'll tell you about other situations in my life, how God brought me out as well. But I'm telling you, it was horrifying. It was horrifying. I mean, it's unexplainable. And the only reason I made it through that, because, I turned my life over to God at 16 years old. Then I rededicated my life to God at 18. And, I got in a situation when I was younger, and God brought me out of that. And, God just been with me every step of the way, all my life. There's been situations, there's so many situations that God brought me out of it. I mean, if you all want to ever hear anything about it, just let me know. But this guy, what I would say, he was doing drugs. He was selling drugs. He was, he is a drink. He was a drunk. But he was really a drug addict. And then, one time God was telling me, I'm telling y'all, God gave me all kinds of signs. So you can't say God don't show you. God give you warning signs about situations you're in, because God is there. If you truly trust and believe in God, God is there. And if you'll pay attention to your intuition, and when God trying to tell you something, pay attention. Pay attention, because you could be saving your life. Your intuition could be saving your life. That's the reason right today I am alive and well today, because I finally paid attention to my intuition. Even though I went through all kinds of hell, I mean, I had to leave my apartment. I had to leave my job. I had to flee. I had to just leave because it was so bad. I mean, I can go on and on all this, but I'm not going to go through that. It was just, I'm just giving y'all the basic of what I went through to help you all look at life and you know, when you have a relationship, a personal relationship with God, really pay attention and really take it seriously. I'm telling you, take it seriously, because I wouldn't be here today to speak to y'all about the situation I was in. But I had to leave my apartment. I had to leave my job. You know, I had to stay. You know, I had to stay with families and friends just to, you know, it was rough. It was rough. But it would never been like that if I would have paid attention to what God was trying to tell me in the first beginning. When He was showing me. See, what happened was God had already shown me. I think it was like even a month before that time. God already showed me, because, you know, He already showed me a month within that time. He already showed me. He showed me that these were, you know, because, you know, God speaks to me through my dreams and my visions, and, you know, I have different spiritual gifts that God, you know, have blessed me with. Discernment, you know, clairvoyant. I have you know, it's a lot that God, you know, I have, and that's the only reason I'm alive today. But what I'm trying to tell you all is, you have to pay attention to your intuition, because God has shown me a dream. God showed me that these folks was getting ready to set me up, and they was going to set me up. God showed me everything they were going to do. They were going to set me up. They were going to set me up. They was going to they were going to snatch me up. They was going to beat the hell out of me. They was going to try to probably kill me, most likely. They was going to rape me. They was going to do all that. God showed me all this stuff. God let me know ahead of time. And still of me not, you know, paying attention. You know, I paid attention. I looked into it. I started paying more attention to the situation. But I kept on, you know, dibbling down until God let it come and let them send people to my door. They sent these folks to my door. I don't know if this was a Hispanic man, Hispanic, and these was other 3-4 guys on the outside. It was in the dark, and God let me see. I was able to see. It was dark, and God opened my spiritual eyes, and I was able to see the guy standing up on the porch, holding up money in my face. Like, I'm like, what the heck? You know, what is this? What the hell is this? Who are you? What you coming to my house for? And then you see on the side, it was like 3 guys on the side, in the background, in the dark part. And God let me see all that in the vision. He let me see that. Physically see what was going on. So I want to tell you all that you can't make it without God on this earth. I know there's a lot of people like, I don't believe in God and all this. I'm telling you, God is real. His son Jesus is real. Because there's been situations in my life, my back was against the wall. The only one brought me through was God. He was the only one brought me through all this. Through His angels, through our ancestors, spiritual God, through Jesus. God did this. So I want to tell you all, pay attention to your intuition. When God shows you different signs, pay attention to those signs, because you could be saving your own life. I don't suppose to be here today. No. These folks, their job was to sacrifice me. This guy was going to sacrifice me. I guess they thought he was going to be some kind of big time, you know, rapper or something like that. But these folks thought they was going to sacrifice me, take my life, destroy my relationship, everything. They even got to the point they try to make me look bad around. Everywhere I go, they try to make me look like I was a person that whore around, sleep around with different guys. They try to make me look terrible. They try to destroy my character, my personality. They did all that. But I didn't let none of that faze me, because God already sit high and He look low. And God already knows. So I ain't have to prove to nobody nothing. I don't prove to people who I am, what I am, and what God brought me through. God is the one that did it. He the one that did it. Not me. God did. And because He did it, that's the reason I'm alive That's the reason I'm able to talk to you all today. Let you know you have to pay attention to your intuition. Because it can save your life. It will save your life. These people try to set me up. This lady tried to call me, his auntie. They tried to call me to set me up. But God already had let me know everything was going on. They call me, set me up to get me to come to the house so they can get me in the house and they can all do whatever they want to do to me and make it look like I was the one there. So like I the one came there for a problem. God let me know all of it. Like I was the one that came there for the problem and I the one came there to start and they did self-defense. All this stuff they try to make it look like. All these illusions they put out about me. And you know what? I just thank God. I just give God all the glory and I give him all the praise, because if it wasn't for him, I would not be alive today. I would not have my health and strength. Yes, I thank God for the gifts he gave me. I thank God that I am a prayer warrior. I thank God for that. I thank God that he give me prophetic words and dreams and stuff like that. I thank God for that. Because if it wasn't for him, I would have been messed up. I would have been destroyed. I would have been destroyed. So you have to just pay attention to your intuition. God give you signs. You have to pay attention to it. Because it will save your life. I'm a living witness today. That's the reason I'm alive and well. Because everything they try to do to me, God already has shown me ahead of time. And it was up to me to make a decision to pay attention to my intuition that God had showed me and spoke to me. Or, not act like it don't exist. But I chose to choose God. I chose to follow what God showed me and pay attention. It's a lot of things God had brought me through that I'm alive and well today. It's, plenty of times, Satan tried to come against me to destroy my life, take my life, destroy everything I have. But God, all I can say is but God. You put God in your life, and you let him take the wheel, be ahead of your life, everything is going to be all right. Yes, we go through our trial. Yes, we have our ups and downs. Yes, people out there trying to destroy our character, destroy our life, but God have the first say so, and God have the last say so in each and every one of our lives. It's just up to us to pay attention to our intuition. So pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention. I just want you all to know I love you. And I just wanted to get this message out. There's a lot more to it, but I just wanted to give you the basic and let you know, put God first. Trust God. Trust that gut feeling he give you. Trust that intuition he give you in your heart. Trust that feeling you feel over your body, showing that you're an empath. Trust it. Trust it. You will never fail if you trust it. Well, I love you all, and I hope this message helps somebody. And have a beautiful, beautiful, loving, blessed day.